tell a friend. To tell a friend. Listen up, you little bitches, this a PSA. I manifested all my dreams cause I found a way. I don't get caught up in the drama, I just stay out the way. I break loose and say my prayers and have a real nice day. Now I'm back, jumping out the windows. Hope you haters can't see all my wins though. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your friends though. I'ma keep winning, baby, just hope and believe so. Okay, guys, what's good? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. I'm doing good.
Happy Saturday.
Yes, today is what? February 21st. We are 21 days into Black History Month and love. Oh yeah, what y'all do for Valentine's Day? Because I know we talked about it, but did y'all do something to celebrate Valentine's Day?
Had an early dinner with the kids, and then we went out and had a couple glasses of wine. Just talked.
Love it. I got a new nightstand.
For Valentine's Day?
What, one night stand? Just
Well, the thing
That's
was,
what he meant.
well, the thing was, it was $600, so we're gonna get the other one. Pay as we go, build a house. And then I went to there's this nice restaurant called Sylvia's in Harlem, and it was started by this lady who was born and raised in South Carolina. She moved to New York, and she has her twist to southern food, and it was good.
Nice.
Ironically, you bring that up. She's related to me.
Oh, word.
Yes, so her son and my dad were best friends. So she grew up in a small town right outside of Hemingway called Stuckey, South Carolina. So
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
also
if
has-
y'all are in Harlem, you gotta check out her restaurant. I mean, I don't know. Have you been to Harlem, Brittany?
Yes, I've been to Harlem, and actually, if I don't know how far you are from Melba's, but Melba is my second cousin too. So if you're ever around, let me know.
I've been to
and
Melba's too.
So that's
Literally.
my family. Yeah.
Oh,
So all of the
now I got connections.
you let me know where you're going, and I'll put in some words for you.
Some words for me. Bet. No, I've been to both of those places. I've been to I went to Melba's first, and then
Okay.
I just recently went to Sylvia's. But those are two popular. And I got this nice Jesus piece necklace for Valentine's Day.
That's pretty.
That's nice.
I like it.
So that's it for me. Okay, guys. Does anybody else want to talk about what they did for Valentine's Day, or it was pretty simple?
Central. Went out to eat with the kids. Went to Charlotte for the weekend with the kids. Did some shopping and went out to eat. That was a little bit it.
Hey.
Coco.
Party.
What'd
How's
you do,
it
Jazz?
going?
What did I do? Oh, well, I'm single, so
That's why I want to know what you did.
Yeah.
I can't go into grave detail. However, I had a good day.
Okay.
We like to hear that. We like to hear that.
What
We
about
like to
tonight?
party.
I don't believe Jazz.
Let's just say it was a good Valentine's Day. I appreciate the day of love and all the things. Yep.
I love it. Coco, how you doing? You still getting your camera set up?
I'm trying to figure this out. All right. I'm good. I'm sorry I'm late.
It's okay. You told me, so it's good. All right, guys. So I got a new segment for us, and I want to go ahead and put it on our screens here. The segment is called Let's Be Real.
Come on now, production. Let's be real. Let's do it.
Let's Be Real is a segment that I thought would be cool for us to just talk about whatever it is that we want to get off our chest. It can be about work, personal life, relationships, friendships, what's going on in the whatever in the world today. So it's giving you an opportunity to be real. Let's be real. Let's be real for me is, I be acting a lot. I be acting like I care more than I do care. And really I don't care. I don't care, and I don't I don't know. That's just me. I feel like I'm always performing, and I'm not always like myself. And myself is very lonerish, but I do things that is like always around people and people centered, and I really don't care. So that's me being real. Anybody else want to be real about something? It can be anything.
I want to be real about something.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ooh. Devontae,
Okay,
you
go
were going
ahead.
to speak. Oh. I hate drinking water. I've been real. I'm
You'll
a
be
horrible water
surprised.
drinker, and I haven't realized it until now because I'm trying to drink more water. And it is so difficult to drink the appropriate amount of water that you're supposed to drink in a day.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know a lot of people that don't drink. I think Jamie doesn't drink water either. She hates water.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say I'm jealous. I'm gonna be real. I'm jealous of everybody who's getting their tax returns right now.
Me too. I found my taxes and I was like, because Trump said this is gonna be the biggest tax refund ever. And I submitted my stuff, and it was like it was like $150. I was like, that's it. That's all I'm getting.
I got 2 kids. At least you single. You got an excuse. I got 2 kids. I still ain't getting nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
Devontae, I like to call that a blessing. Okay, don't play games with me.
I need to get something out of these kids.
Eli is going to be an amazing pianist one day.
Right.
That costs money too. Nah, but I am proud of him though. That's my boy.
Oh, I said name. Sorry.
All right.
Come on, Jazz. Come on. Let's be real.
What I
Let's
got?
be
Let's
real.
be real. Let's be real. I hate the cold. I really do. I can't stand it. Yesterday it was 80 degrees. Sorry, and then Devontae. So sorry. But yesterday we hit 80. And it was the most beautiful feeling. Like I literally feel my body being like, yes, the spring is here. Like we're about to spring and be sprung. And it's just the best time of the year. I don't care how hot it gets. I'll take 120 over 32 any day of the week, all day long.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Ditto.
Absolutely not.
Bring
Yes.
your boots on. I can stand the cold.
Y'all, wow. If you take
No.
120 over 32.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely
Wow.
take 120.
All day
No.
long.
Well, there's Phoenix, Arizona. You can always move to.
Wouldn't have no problem. Hello. Thank you. Just don't get cold and don't snow.
Oh my God.
I feel like we do this every year. I feel like when it's winter, everybody's like, I hate winter. And when it's summer, everybody's like, I hate summer.
No, everybody
No.
does.
Yeah, I
Everybody
don't
does it.
complain about the summer.
I don't complain about the heat at all. Put
Mm-mm.
my hair in braids. Matter of fact, I'm about to get my hair braided as soon as possible because I feel it coming. And
Well, y'all don't really. Well, the thing is, y'all don't really say y'all hate summer, but y'all complain in the summer. Y'all be like, it's too hot. Turn on the AC. Walk
Well,
where?
but you see, this beautiful thing called AC exists. But like when it's cold, you can never get it hot enough.
no,
You know, like it's always a blanket or a jacket or like it's always you never get enough.
right.
That's true. That's true.
I do think 80 to 85 is like perfect, but when you get above 85, you can count me out.
80, 75,
I'm
80 is perfect. It's
yeah.
75, 75.
It's too hot for me when you get to 90s and 100 with humidity. I'm good. Take me to Alaska.
Right.
Oh,
Heck no. It's not for not for
why would
me.
I want
Brittany,
to go there?
Yeah,
right. I mean, because it's a
I'd
cool,
rather be
interesting
cold.
place.
Yeah.
A
Y'all
lot
and
of
y'all
people.
mean this. Like y'all really would rather be
Oh,
cold.
I'm dead serious. I would take single digits over
I find
anything
it
over
hard to
100.
believe.
I want spring all year round. Spring.
Yeah.
Like I want it to throw like a little breeze at me, and then I want to like feel warm where I can wear shorts. That's it.
Mm.
Okay.
If I get in my car and the seats are too hot or the seat belt is gonna burn me, it's too hot.
Oh yeah.
That does suck. I hear you. However, I will still take it over having to sit in the cold car waiting for the windows to defrost. It's
Right.
madness.
Making it
That is the
late.
trenches as well. I'll give you that. Yeah.
What about you, Brittany? What you want to be real about?
Uh, um, let's be real. I am in my feelings about turning 40, even though I'm celebrating. Like I feel like I'm getting old.
Woo,
It's 10
woo.
years from 50.
You want me to peek?
We rebuke that.
Oh, I know.
Old.
It's
I,
getting there. But I
I
had this
feel that.
same feeling when I was 29 turning 30. And so my husband took me to Vegas when I was turning 29. I was 29 turning to 30. So maybe hint, um, something will make me happy. But yeah, I'm really in my feelings about turning 40. But when I mention it to people, they're like, that's when, things really started to change. Like I gained wisdom and all these great things started to happen. Um, which will lead into another piece of our segment today. But yeah, so I'm kind of like nervous about the whole turning 40 thing. I think
yeah, I
that,
feel like
go
I
ahead.
feel you on that, but I want you to know that like one,
Oh,
technically you're beating out all the other specimens that exist because most people don't make it to 40.
This is
So,
true.
and you're gonna be 40 and flirty and I don't know, fabulous. 40,
Fabulous.
fabulous and fun.
Mm,
I don't know.
I got a story. So
sure.
I'm in film school. I take a couple classes with like some freshmen, college freshmen, right? I have a couple in-person classes or whatever. So one of the young ladies in my classes this week was like, I forgot how we got on the topic. But long story short, she was like, yeah, when COVID happened, I was in 8th grade. And I was like, whoa,
what?
Oh,
whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
Jesus.
Wait a
8th
minute.
grade. And
Oh,
she's 18 now.
wow.
see, that's
So
what.
Wow.
have you seen those videos or those reels where it's like they'll ask like what year were you born in? And they'll be like
Yeah.
19. Bro, that's how I felt at that moment.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, even when I'm listening to my music, like I like Boosie. And like me and my kids, like on Fridays, we'll have like this like party session in the car on the way to school. And I'll play my music, like, here she goes with these old people music. I'm like, what?
Well,
But then you
my
turn on
12-year-old
NBA.
nephew doesn't know who Young Jeezy is. So, yeah.
But then I know how my age is. Then I really know my age. I'm like, oh gosh, it's coming, it's hitting. Okay. Let's figure out how we're
Man,
gonna embrace this thing. But yeah.
my kids think I was on the Underground Railroad.
Lord. No, but I think you
Well,
should be excited about turning 40. Like, I feel like every decade gets better. Like, so it's only the only way is up. Like,
I
So
don't know about that,
yes,
but
for me, my 30s are way better than my 20s, and my 20s was
Yeah.
way better than my teens. So thus
Yeah.
far, it's only getting better. So
Come on,
until it
somebody.
starts to not get better, let's just keep the energy that it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better.
you know what? You're right. You're
Yeah, I
right.
like that. I like that energy. I like that.
I can't wait.
It's
I keep
yours.
telling everybody, I really can't wait. I used to watch, I don't know if y'all watched the show, What Not to Wear Growing Up. And the lady on the show, she had this beautiful gray streak across the top of her head. I can't wait till I turn gray. Then I could just say whatever I want to say, and have a little bit of class, a little wisdom on me. Like, I have wisdom now, but people don't really accept it.
Yeah.
It's technically still young,
That's
No,
but
same, Jazz, same for
later
me.
on when you get older, you really can let people. Hey, let me tell you something.
let's be real. That's what I really wanted to say, but I wanted to keep it politically correct and give something really good. That's what I really wanted to say.
But I feel like, especially like for men, though, I feel like no matter what we say, men don't listen to other men. You can be 60, you can be 70, men still gonna think and move however they want to move. So you just, because I just saw like this podcast with the actor Clifton something, but he was
Yeah.
Pinky in Friday,
Oh, yes.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clifton
and
Powell.
they were cursing him out on the podcast, and this man is 69. They was like, I mean, he was talking crazy, but I mean, they was just not having it with his answers to certain stuff, and he was just like, y'all ain't lived, y'all ain't never been where I'm at. So I feel like it's a catch-22. Like, you gonna get older. I say you just do whatever and say whatever now.
Yeah, there was levels to that. I know the podcast you're talking about. I watched the whole
Yeah.
episode, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we
I
could get
watched
into it. But there was
I
reasons
watched
they
the
got in
hour.
his head.
So proceed
Well,
with
yeah,
caution.
we could,
Ask me nothing.
right.
You need to
We
I
choose.
can,
didn't.
we,
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw the clips. So maybe I should watch the whole thing, because what I got from it was like a lot of people get older, but they don't necessarily get
Yeah,
wiser.
yeah,
And then sometimes you try to portray like this wisdom, and I could be speaking for myself too, of just, oh no, I've been through this in this certain way, but you're repeating the same patterns from when you was
Mhm.
in your teens, here in your 60s, and you're surprised that it's not working out.
Mhm.
and you could also live in a bubble too. I mean, not for nothing. With all respect to him, um, he lives in Hollywood, and he's been an actor for over half his life, and so maybe his experiences is just wrapped into that lifestyle. Because imagine being an actor at a young age and being able and having money, and so money and as such, if you have money and power at a young age, I think that you'll make a lot of choices that aren't conducive to like your brain power. So you may develop those types of social skills later on, and I think that's what he's realizing. It's like, oh, I probably made some mistakes, and so now at 69 I'm ready to like change.
Well, they
Maybe.
asked him during the podcast, like, when did you start being monogamous? And he was like, yesterday. Where were you?
Right. Say 79.
And then, the dude was like, well, women get fed up with, older men 50 plus, still making poor decisions and not taking accountability. And then, Buddy called him out and then he got all emotional during the party. But, dude was dead right. Like, bro, you're too old to be making some of these choices and whatnot. But yeah.
But also we got to realize like how old he is. He is 69, and I think that we forget how life, current life events affects generations, right? So like even COVID is going to affect our kids, like and younger people way more because of the times that they were born in. So he comes from a generation where there was a lot going on: Vietnam War, you know, uh, civil rights movement, different stuff that we didn't have to live through. And so, not to make excuses for it, I'm just saying.
But that's what he was doing.
Well, Martin Luther King, some people say that he wasn't monogamous, but hey, well,
Nobody says that. No, just please.
which
My brother.
leads us which leads us to our next segment, Black History Month.
Come on, somebody.
Yes.
Production. Let's
Segue. Come on, somebody.
Well, okay, so it's Black History Month. It's we got like 7 more days left. Um, do anybody have any highlights for Black History Month? Because I definitely want to make sure that we honor our culture, um, our Black diaspora from the Americas to the Caribbeans to South America to the motherland itself, Africa. Um, I think that while um, like we should just be proud that we have enriched history that spans generations. So does anybody have something they want to highlight for Black History Month? Maybe Black owned businesses, maybe a Black civil rights movement activist, maybe a politician, maybe a celebrity, maybe someone from your hometown. Um,
Well, I guess I can start since I'm gonna take the quick, easy one.
okay.
Jessie Jackson.
Shout out to Jessie Jackson.
I appreciate that he, spread the message of like self-empowerment and, acknowledging oneself. Oh, okay. Because I am somebody. And I think that as crazy and as simple as it sounds, I think when you're coming from a place of like Jim Crow or slavery, it could be really hard for a lot of people. I think it's still hard for a lot of people to see and acknowledge themselves and self-affirm, that they're worth more than what society will tell them, what the norm would tell you that you are. So if for nothing else, thank you, Jessie Jackson, for existing and standing up to power.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Jessie Jackson, Jessie Jackson paved the way for Black politicians today. Um, who knows if he was on the right side to get us where we need to go, but he believed in something, and that's what made me think, like, as far as like how do you want to be the legacy, right? How do you want to be remembered? And I think it's about how many lives you touch out throughout your lifetime. And he made it to where Black issues became the forefront of the Democratic Party's policies and platforms. And yeah, so I can admire that about him.
I think
Shout out to
Jesse's
Jessie.
legacy was tainted a lot because of he's punished because he lived so long.
Yeah,
Other
he died in
civil rights
94, right?
activists got killed, but Jesse's punished because he lived so long and we got to see him. touch him, hear him for many, many years, and I think we take him for granted. But without Jessie, we would not be where we are today.
Yeah, 100%. My favorite Black History Month, or just favorite person, is Muhammad Ali. I love Muhammad Ali. I love oh um I no I didn't say what was that.
It's Laura. She just won't move away from me.
But no, I love Muhammad Ali. One, I read his book. It's called The Soul of a Butterfly. I think it's called that. Him and his daughter wrote it, and it was literally a great read. Also, I love that he changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. So when we talk about respect, you refer to him as Muhammad Ali. Like, people who refer to him as Cassius Clay just doesn't really understand the importance on why he changed his name. Also, I think he had so much confidence even when he was going up against some giants in the ring. Like, he still was like, I'm still pretty, I'm still the best. And to me, it's like, we all could use a motivator like that to be in our lives when we don't feel like we really got it, or when we feel like we don't have it all together. Like, that's something to me that stands out. Also, he was against the Vietnam War, and we don't really understand how detrimental the Vietnam war was to our society, especially the black culture. So I feel like him not going to the war, him at a time where if you spoke up against the war, you would be jailed. And he lost his career for a while, and he had to go to South America just to fight. So he was still passionate about his career, but also was just relentless about things that he believed in. And so I want to shout out Muhammad Ali.
I like that.
Stick like a bee.
Yeah. Any other Black History Month shout outs?
Well,
Hair
I
care
got
products?
one.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I got a hair care product.
All right.
Nah, I'm just playing. I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna say Glamholics. It's a bag brand, luxury, well, semi luxury bag purse brand, and they have a lot of great stuff. It's owned by this Black girl.
Glam
So
Holly?
Glamaholics,
Glamholics.
Glamaholic. So yeah, go check her out. Great, cute bags, hats, jackets galore, but in quality for the price. Yeah,
Oh
go check her
yeah.
out. She sells out on her, like the really cute ones sell out fast. So
Is it
if you see
these?
one
Is it
in there,
these?
yeah,
Shout out, guys. It's glamoholiclifestyle.com.
yeah.
Has
There's a
all
lot.
this.
She has like hundreds of bags. So yeah,
These are
there's something
cute.
for a little bit for everyone.
And it's affordable. $95. You know, I love that.
And their quality.
And it's quality. And if you sign up now, you get 15% off your purchase.
Yes, sorry.
No, I
We
gotta
are
tell
Not a
not
paid
paid for this
promotion.
advertisement.
Oh, you believe? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Keep our sponsorship.
Cut the check.
Cut the check. Okay. Anything else? No. All right. Moving forward, guys. Oh my gosh. So
What we got?
we have Black women's and men's health. I feel like this is such an important topic for us to talk about.
Come on,
Um,
somebody.
so what I recently had a conversation with dad, and he's been on his health journey for a while, and I think that he's like concerned about everybody else's health in the process. And so I was like, because he was like, make sure that you getting all your blood work and make sure that you're telling your doctor everything that's going on with you and stuff like that. And I was like, thinking to myself, it's like, I go to the doctor, but I don't like have like this amazing relationship with my doctor. I just go and get checkups. And so it did spark in me. I was like, maybe I'm not the only one. Or maybe like, it's not something that we grow up talking about, fully in my community at least. And so I wanted to like bring some awareness to it. So yeah. Um, I want to like pose some stats. Um, this came from our trusty AI. Generative
No!
information. Good old water being used for technology. It says that Black and African American men have the lowest life expectancy rate of major demographic groups in the US, and their mortality rates are approximately 40% higher than our white male counterparts. They also have 43% more likely to use the room for usual care rather than preventive care. Um, there's some other there's some other stats that is black men disproportionately suffer undiagnosed or poorly managed chronic conditions, i.e., hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, HIV, and experience higher morbidity and mortality compared with our non-Hispanic white men. Um, these stats is crazy, right? Because and it's kind of concerning. Um, that's just some of the stats. I could keep going, but I don't want to. I don't want to damper our day. But I do have a question that I want to pose to you guys. Um, how often do you seek preventive care, and what influences your decision to go seek medical attention?
Well,
Tough,
I
right?
think we got to preface this with some other information. I think I
Okay.
looked up some stats too. In
Oh,
2010, roughly 20% of all African Americans were uninsured. Keep in mind, this is right before where Obama was just getting into the White House. He'd been in for 2 years at that point. This is why the Affordable Care Act was so important. And to this day, I believe almost half of all African Americans benefit from some form of publicly funded healthcare, Medicaid, Medicare, whatever it be, right? So this is also why it's important to go vote. This is why politics matter. We have an administration that wants to take that away or, lessen those numbers, right? So that plays a big part into whether somebody's going to go to the doctor or not. If somebody doesn't have insurance, they're not going to go. I think roughly 20% of all African American households, like 20% of the yearly income, can go towards healthcare coverage if they don't subscribe to one of those federal programs. So the barrier of entry is really high for Black people when it comes to being covered insurance wise, healthcare wise. Now, to answer your question, I do go. I am insured. I do go to the doctor regularly. I get checked twice a year. But I also only do that because I was in the military and I kind of got into that when I was there. I took all the shots, I got all the tests, I got all the blood work. It was mandatory. And since I've been out, I've just kind of kept that same regimen. And I also have not had a gap in insurance. But I also don't blame people because sometimes circumstances do dictate how often somebody's going to go. And unfortunately, a lot of times that's financial. That's
Mhm.
why we don't call the ambulance in an emergency, right? We don't want that bill later.
Mhm. It's 100% actually. It's 100% correct. And even with the federal programs and the Obamacare policies that they put in place, there are limitations there. You know, politics do play a big role with our major healthcare providers. When the Obamacare acts were put in place, they gave providers the option of whether or not they will be able to even opt in to
Yeah.
those programs, which limited um, access to care, right? So it makes it difficult in that aspect. Um, you have individuals who just simply have to build up trust in providers, right? Do I trust these individuals who are giving me? And then sometimes it's just they don't know. They don't know what to ask. They don't know what to look for. They don't know, how to go about it. They don't have the resources within their area. They don't even know how to reach out to get the resources. So there are a lot of limitations within various cultures when it comes to healthcare in general. I've seen that a lot in social services. How some members come in and they're just like, I don't know how to navigate my healthcare. So major healthcare agencies now are reaching out to third party companies to kind of help facilitate those services and trying to collaborate to make things better. But ultimately, it's that relationship building the rapport with the individuals to get them to trust you, to even want to consider, going into healthcare and even entertaining preventative services to kind of help them. And so, yeah, it's just a revolving door. It can get really sticky for various reasons. Um, and I just take it as like when we get to start talking about like healthcare, I get so passionate about it because I'm only one person. I can't change it, but it's so many gaps and so many social determinants of health that individuals just don't have access to. That makes it very hard to change the dynamics of all the stats that you both have provided.
Yeah. So for me, just a little brief. I did not grow up going to the doctor. Um, I think I remember going to get my physical done because I wanted to try out for the basketball team. So you needed a physical. And I think I needed a physical for track. But it wasn't like we only went if it was absolutely necessary. And um also when I got into college, you needed because I came in, when Barack Obama put in place that if you went to college, then you had to have health insurance. So that had to be covered. But even then, I did not go to the doctor. I think I will only go to the doctor to be tested for like STIs and stuff like that because that was like the most concerning thing to me at the time. And when I became a flight attendant, that's kind of like when everybody was talking about it, right? Like all the flight attendants, like I'm going to get my checkup. I mean, whatever. And so I was like, I don't want to be the only one, so make sure I go. And there was a lot of like, to me, like that's probably why now, like I'm not as vocal with my doctors when I go because I don't have that closeness to what's going on with what blood type am I or what food should I ignore or all that kind of stuff. I'm still learning. I'm still growing in that process. Um, but I know that like it's not because I feel like we can all revert our money to health. Like, but I feel like that's not something that we're taught at a young age, that your health is the most important thing. Like you having taking care of your body is the most important thing. And I just didn't learn that until I got out of like my my low income community that I was raised in, because it was just like, oh, you'll spend money on Jordans, but you won't spend it on the things that actually take care of the inside of you. Or you'll go buy that 40, that beer, that 40 whatever it's called, or the MD 20, the Mad Dog 20 and stuff like that. They'll go buy that, but they won't go and like, I don't know, sign up for the gym, like stuff like that. Like it's just, and or eating the right foods. That's why people who cook their family meals probably, they can gauge better like what's going inside of our body. So yeah, for me, I'm still learning. But I'm committed to the journey, committed to improving my health, and committed to making sure that I'm okay.
Yeah, I think just I'm sorry, go ahead, Jess.
Go ahead.
No.
No? Oh, okay. So yeah, I think health for me has been a journey as well. Like I feel like growing up, yeah, we probably did go get our physical every year. And then I was also kind of like a sickly child with allergies and stuff like that. So I remember going to get the shots and all the things. But I always had I never liked going to the doctor. It meant something was wrong. So I have this mental block of like wanting to go to the doctor. So when I got into college, I really didn't go. Occasionally, my mom was like, "You need to go to the." She always called it the infirmary, and I was like, "That is not a place you should want." What in the world? Like, no, I'm not going. But occasionally, I'd be like, "All right, my mama said I need to come down here and see y'all." But coming out of college, when I was working, I kept health insurance, but I still wouldn't go because I didn't like going to the doctor. I'm a bigger girl. It's all I know. Yes, I know. I need to lose the weight. I hear you. However, I'm working 3 jobs right now, so I really don't have the time to do this. And when I get to the doctor, it's always like, oh yeah, let's run all these tests. And then suddenly I get a $500 bill in the mail. What do you mean? I already pay you guys. I pay my health insurance $500 a month, and now I get another $500 on top of that for one visit. I'm not gonna make that. Shout out to Kaiser though, because I did like when I had Kaiser in Georgia because it was all in one. You ain't got. I had so much trauma. They were like, the first time I went for my visit, she was like, "We went around this." I said, "How much are the tests gonna be? I need to know now." She was like, "It's all included." So. Really, if you live in a state that offers Kaiser, I would highly recommend it because it's just, your copay and that's it.
Is this another sponsorship ad?
I shouldn't even be saying that.
We are not being sponsored.
Look, I shouldn't even be saying that because of what I do.
Oh,
shout out to Kaiser.
Hey, I gotta plug Kaiser too. I mean, this might be too much information. Last year, my wife and I decided we're not having any more kids, so your boy went and, bro, I didn't even have to talk to anybody. I was able to make that appointment on my phone. They like, show up this time. I was in and out in 15 minutes. They gave me the ice pack and, et cetera, et cetera. That was it. Like,
we need more details.
Health insurance.
We need more information.
I can't give y'all more information now. Just understand.
Did it hurt?
Easy process.
Really?
Did you?
I'm sure you did all
it. I know many guys. I actually know a lot of guys who have had it done. And it's, me and my homeboys actually talked about this. Black men don't get it done. But, I know some Hispanic guys and white guys who got it done because I was in the military. We talked about it. They made it seem like this thing was painless and I would be back to work in 3 days. That was not my experience. That was not my experience. I was down and out for like a week. It felt like I was constantly being kicked.
Oh, man.
But I'm back to 100% now. But yeah, that was not the most enjoyable experience for the first week.
But you had it available for you, which
Yeah,
is the most important thing. Is
Right.
that
yeah.
like there's so many things out there that's available that we have access to. Well, that's out there for public it's available to the public, but we just don't know about it
Mhm.
or don't know who to talk to.
But
Then
like a lot of black men won't even consider stuff like that. Like I
yeah.
got homeboys that are vehemently opposed, and they'll be like, "I don't want more kids," but they will not. They'll tell the woman to go do it, which it's just so much easier for us.
Brittany.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I got a lot of homeboys who are in the same boat. They won't do it. I don't know why. I was like, no, I'm absolutely not. I'm done. I'm done. But hey, it's a preference thing.
You want to join?
That's true. Okay, I do have another question, guys. So, what are your perceptions of mistrust, bias, or discrimination in medical settings, and how do they influence your willingness to seek care?
Ooh, child.
Yeah.
I will say I've been scared at the doctor's office before by a nurse, a black nurse at that.
Hmm.
Like I I went to go get tested and I told them that I didn't use protection and she was like, "Don't you ever do that again." I was like, "Whoa." She's like, you can end your life and stuff like that. I was like, and mind you, I was such a fragile like 20-year-old or 21-year-old, I can't remember the age, but I was just like, it made me not want to ever go back. Like, and so not she didn't scare me into doing to make the right choices, but she scared me from going back to that particular place. So like now we're cutting off access because now I have to find another location to go to that's gonna make me feel. I mind you, I don't want to feel like I'm doing everything right either. But I also want someone to just give me the information and help guide me to the right decisions. Give me a lollipop afterwards. Like, just think this for me it was so scary. And then to mention like, I'm a gay black man and you just hear the stats over and over again. It just plays in your mind like HIV, AIDS, the so many different and people die. Or if you're a black man, they say like the average people were dying by 25. Like that was like the average age that people would die my age, like black men. And I'm like, whoa. So I feel like I was constantly like fighting up against that, all these stereotypes, all these stigmas. And it's coming from the healthcare, so it's coming from the CDC, it's coming from, our black community, black family members. It's coming from our own, like we're killing ourselves by so that's what made me not trust healthcare systems, to be honest.
Do you feel like those stigmas still exist today with all like the medication advancements like PrEP and all
I
this
don't
other
think
stuff?
I don't think it exists in the queer community. I feel like people
Oh,
who know they and trust me, they on it. They on the prep. They on the
that's good. That's
whatever,
good.
and because they want to have that healthy sexual lifestyle. Um, but I do think that it's still because we're still like a part of that generation where we had to like hear it constantly. I think it does play in the back of their minds, but I feel like there's a lot more progress where people will go and get access to it. More gay men, gay black men could do a lot more, like to get it, because I think it's just the black community where we just don't go to the doctor, and then we also don't trust that the systems have the best. Because then like you start taking something like prep and you're like, is this gonna kill my body? Is they trying to kill me by giving me this drug? Or something like that. So I do think that it should be a lot more black gay men that take their health more serious, for sure.
Oh.
Do you guys have mistrust, or do you guys um deal with things, the misperceptions or biases or discriminations? Have you encountered those in the medical scene, or?
I feel like I've always tried my best to have doctors that looked like me. It wasn't always available, but since I moved to Atlanta, since it is, I do try my best to have doctors that look like me. And we've always had a good rapport. There are some doctors that I didn't like when I had Deanna. The doctors and the nurses weren't listening to me. So I think when I was when I was having Alora, I was like trying to be really particular with the doctors and stuff like that, but they regained my trust in that process. So whereas when I was younger, I think that because they're like, "Oh, you're young, you'll be fine." Like they take your concerns lightly when you're young. So, but as you get older, and then you stick up for yourself a little more, you're a little more verbal about the issues that you're having. And if someone ignores your issue, you just make sure that you reiterate, like, this is what I'm referring to. I'm worried about, and then you let them know if you're having a in particular issue. And I let them know. I say, I'm worried this might be the issue. Can you please have it checked out? I would like to get it checked out. And I had to do the same thing with Laura. Laura was having verbal issues, and I had to reiterate it. I think on the third time, they finally took my issue seriously because I told them, like, hey, no, I would like to get her seen for speech. It's important and it's vital to her development. So yeah, I think there are some circumstances where I'm not heard, but I don't know. I don't let my voice be unheard. I say what I gotta say, and if you don't like me, I could care less. I'm paying you. Period. So sorry,
Yeah.
get upset.
No, yeah.
I was like, what am I paying you for if you're not going to listen to me? It's not an option for you not to listen to my concerns.
I personally don't have a preference. I'm also not a woman, so I mean, there's that. But I personally don't have a preference on what color or ethnic background or race my doctor is because of my experience, right? I go to the doctor, I got the same, concerns across the board: high blood pressure, diabetes, that stuff. And every time, whether they're a man, woman, white, black, Indian, Hispanic, whatever, the doctor's always like, "Hey, you're a black dude. Stay on top of it." I mean, because it's such a well documented fact that we struggle with certain health concerns. So, in my opinion, my doctors, like I say, irregardless of race, have always taken my race into consideration when diagnosing me or treating me, or coming up with a healthcare plan for me. So, I haven't had a bad experience, and thus I don't have a preference when it comes to a certain race of doctor. But yeah, that's just been my experience. And again, I'm also a guy who's relatively in good shape, health. So, I haven't had to voice in many concerns yet.
Yeah, I get that. I think for me, I recently had an issue because I just started like going back to the doctor and getting a new primary care here, and I'm still on the search because the doctor I saw, he was concerned about my iron level. I have really low iron, and I think it's a valid concern. But the conversation started to spiral into removing my uterus and doing all these things, and I was like, first of all, you're a primary care doctor. You don't. That's not your level of expertise. And I don't think that But of course, I went and got a second opinion. So I go to my OB to get some follow up on it, and she was like, "Yeah, no, I don't think that's an issue we need to address." But I think because we live in a society where healthcare is um, involved in capitalism, or it's not really something to really concern about the health of America, and it's more so about money, it's becoming an issue. So I
Yeah.
look at it as, like, as Jacoy was mentioning, or Coco was mentioning, to advocate for myself. I can go get a second opinion before I make those sorts of decisions. And I'm gonna need, before that happens, I'm gonna need 2 or 3. And then he was like, well, if you're done having kids, if you read my chart, sir, I don't have any children. You were already talking about cutting off my options, sir. I didn't say I was or wasn't. Me and the Lord is still discussing that. But to make that sort of statement, kind of, it may have been the jerk I needed to, like, all right, Jasmine, let's get real here. And I can appreciate that aspect of it, but also, there should be some certain level of sensitivity or awareness in a relationship with your doctor. And I understand that comes with time, as Devontae mentioned, but it's hard to find that sort of connection with a doctor now.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much because I'll go down a rabbit hole. But I'm telling you. But advocacy is very important. A couple of things like what Jazz and both Devontae, I think he alluded to as well. It's just knowing all the things, right? I don't know how many times I've gone to like maybe my primary care or urgent care. I'll say urgent care, and they're giving me things to, like, they do the urine test, and I know, like, when I'm doing a new urine test, what that's for. I'm like, well, I don't have, did you look at my chart? I don't have a uterus. So what are you using this for? Oh, and then they'll say, well, we're testing for all these other things. And now you're charging my insurance and I have to pay for those things. So advocating and knowing about your health and knowing and being educated and challenging them on all of the things, right? Once I said that and I went to the back and I saw that nurse, the whole atmosphere changed. They knew that they couldn't get over on me. They knew that I was well versed in everything that they were doing, what they were testing for, and immediately asked me, "Oh, are you in the healthcare field? No, I'm not. I'm just, well versed in all of the things I need to make sure that you're doing, and you're not just billing my insurance for a pregnancy test, and I don't have a uterus to get pregnant." So it's just about advocacy, doing all the research, knowing who you are, and knowing your family history, right? Like Torian, you mentioned, like, back in the day, it wasn't really important to you. You didn't get exposed to that. However, I talked to a lot of my members. I had a conversation with one of my members yesterday that got really deep, to the point where, and I took my daughter with me, and she was like, I'm ready to go. It's 2 hours and you're still talking, just because I'm like very passionate about the work that I do. However, at a young age, if you know your family history and you know about all those things, you can kind of keep that in the back of your mind. So as you're growing and you're aging, you're just being mindful of those things, about what to look out for. So that's why I was like, from a very young age, about knowing my family history. It really mattered to me because I just wanted to know. Most of you probably have already been privy to that information, but I wasn't. So knowing my family history was very important. And that's why I took that approach. So just advocate for yourself. If it works for you, great, keep following it. But just be an advocate for your health in any aspect of the things.
I received that because honestly, these doctors are just people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're people. So they're trial and error, and it does take a relationship, and when we get new primary doctors or whatever, it's starting a new relationship. So it's having those tough conversations, it's getting to know that person, but you also want to feel comfortable too. And I think we kind of covered to what extent the socio-economic factors impact your healthcare access. I think we kind of did that. What sources of health information do you trust most, and how does that affect your decisions to pursue medical care? Like, are you on the internet? Is it community based? Is it family? Is it going through your providers? I know for me, I just go on I go on my healthcare providers account, and I just look up the doctors, and then I type it into Google and I see what rating they got, and then I'll call up and see if I can get an appointment, and that's how I do it. But some people know people. They know people.
Right.
Or it's social media. Now there's doctors on social media, and so you can hit them up in their DMs and say, hey, so and so, whatever. How do you guys access that, and what do you guys think about how accessible it is to get that information?
Well, it gets kind of tricky because if you have insurance, then you got to make sure that that particular provider is in network. But I will tell you, for some reason, you are seeing a provider, and you want a second opinion for whatever reason, you can always just request from your insurance um, that you would like to see another provider for a one-time visit, and they should allow that to happen. But of course, I use my insurance, like find a provider network, and I try
Yeah,
to do like you know, look up the star ratings and see. Sometimes I'll even go on like TikTok and see like, you know, if the provider's out there, if someone has had an experience there as well. Just try to do my due diligence in searching the web and finding the information. And sometimes, you know, referrals from people that I know is always good. My OBGYN and my primary care provider are both African American women. So I feel like they can relate more. And both have been great using that system of just like reviewing star ratings and self referrals. So that's the kind of the approach I take. You know, try them out, see if they understand you and they're listening, and then kind of go from there.
I love that.
Mhm.
Do y'all agree with that? Like, is that something that you guys are doing too?
Yeah, I'm first. I gotta check to make sure you're covered.
Yeah.
That's step number one.
Yes. Yes. That's
I
right.
agree. That is not
Look,
the way I
trauma.
chose. I picked the first doctor who had availability, but do not do it the way I did it.
Oh, because you
I
must
went
with the
up,
military,
I
so
was
I
like,
get that.
who can get me in the soonest? All right, let me pick this one. And luckily he was cool, but I do not recommend people choose their doctor.
And also, you'll be surprised,
It is.
right? This is the crazy part. You can easily get a doctor's, like a primary doctor's appointment, than a dentist appointment. It can be months before you get a dentist
Yeah.
appointment.
Mhm.
That's crazy that we care more about our teeth than we do our.
I
Not
think
saying
it's just
that
a smaller network
I
of
think it's a smaller
dentists.
network. Yeah, that's what
But,
it
I don't
is.
think
but
I'll
yeah,
ever understand why it's parsed out that way. Why is dental care not considered healthcare? I don't think I'll ever understand that because
Yeah,
there's
you're
so many
paying.
direct links between your health and your
Mhm.
mouth, your eyes.
Right.
Like I don't get why it's separated,
Oh,
but
even eyes. Like if I take these glasses off, I
yeah.
immediately. I don't know if you guys feel like this, but I immediately get tired. And I don't know if people know that like your eyesight is so important to like your energy. Like it, I don't know how Stevie Wonder's been doing it for these years, but
Sir.
but I'm telling y'all, I'm not lying. Like if I take my glasses off or I take my contacts out, I instantly feel like sluggish. And
Mhm.
but I think it's all connected. Our teeth. You can even regrow your teeth. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that until
You be talking
recently.
about when you're little and you lose your teeth and then like that?
No, like you can make better choices about the things that you put inside your body, and your teeth
Okay.
can
Oh,
You
not
can
Oh,
necessarily
regenerate.
reproduce your
regrow,
enamel.
but it
Okay.
can
Okay.
Yes.
it can
Your enamel. Your
regenerate.
Your enamel.
enamel.
Right, your teeth can become healthier if you take care of them.
mhm.
Um,
Please,
Yeah.
people, pay that little $20 a month and get that vision and dental.
Hmm.
yeah,
It's
just
worth
pay the little
Exactly.
extra.
Definitely worth
it.
it.
It ain't much. You only
Oh,
pay
by
that
the way,
$20.
my premium did double. I don't know if you
Did?
guys saw. Yeah, from last year to this year, it did double. I don't, because
Ooh.
there was the Obamacare
Yeah.
protection
Subsidy.
subsidy that was given, and I did see a jump. Now it wasn't a huge jump, but I saw the jump.
Double
You're
is
supposed
a
to be getting
huge jump.
$2,000 from Trump, ain't you?
Child, I don't think that's happening. He's a good salesman, though. Good salesman.
Well, make sure you guys read those policies because they have loopholes too. Federal programs. I'm just saying. In South Carolina,
No.
if you have, never mind. I'm not. We want to get another subject. But go ahead.
I might say y'all still live in these states. Y'all better.
Read
They're
the
great.
fine print. You can go out of state and you can be messed up.
Right.
I encourage everybody, invest in your health. Find a nice gym to go to. If you don't want to go to Planet Fitness, find a nice gym. If it's $100 a month, you can spend $100 on something else anyway. Why not spend it on, improving your health?
Oh
Right.
Get
yeah,
that
and
healthcare plan. You know,
Mhm.
and like I was talking to this older white guy. He was like, "Yeah, we can go get some B12 shots, and we can get the IV drip bag." And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! This is all new to me. This sounds like drugs." And this, but it's really like people. There's like places where you can go get, um, the vitamins that you need, shot into your bloodstream, and he said it instantly makes you feel good. And I'm like, okay, something I need to think about. I don't know if I'm there yet, but um, there's so many different ways that you can like take care of that body,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and
and
other
not just
everybody else invest in themselves. Everybody else except us. They invest in the body, not what's going
in the
on in the
body.
body. They invest in their bodies. Everything from
Mhm.
shoes, chiropractors, recovery, all that stuff. They invest good mattresses, stuff
Mhm.
like that, like, to improve your sleep. They really invest in their bodies and their health. Like
There's the
we should do
Cora
the same.
rings. Do y'all wear those? Or I got that smart watch, so it tracks my steps. Oh, you
Mhm.
got one? You got? Hey,
I put a cover on it because I wanted it to be cute. It's ugly.
no,
Hold on.
that's cool though. You
A
you
little
guys need
pink
to,
cover on it, and it's
yeah.
charging right now.
It tracks your heart rate, your sleep patterns, your blood pressure and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Y'all remember those machines that used to be in like the grocery stores where you can just go in, put your arm in the
The blood pressure.
You
you
be
don't
about
got
to
to do
die. How long can you last?
The
you don't
most
got to do that
important
no
part of
more.
Walmart.
You don't got to do
Yes.
that no more. You got it here on your wrist and your ring. You don't have to go there anymore to get this type of stuff.
Convenience.
Um, it's very convenient. So, all right, I want to speed this up because we got two more things that we want to talk about, and we can like get to it and be out. All right, guys, and thank you so much for sharing those medical, those facts, and also your experience and just letting people know that they should go make sure that they're healthy all the time. Another thing I wanted to talk about transitioning is to like the art of dealing with rejection. So like, okay, I have this friend who recently went out for a job that they were qualified for. Like they have years of experience, they have the educational background, masters, they are super talented, they have great charisma. But unfortunately, after they did an interview, a face-to-face interview, and weeks went by, they didn't hear anything back. They reached out. They said, "Oh, we're still, whatever. Still interviewing other candidates." And after much time went by, they were expecting that they were going to get the job, but they were rejected. They got an email, actually on their birthday. Isn't that crazy? On their birthday, they got a rejection letter. Um, and so that friend like texted me and like they were like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know if how I like maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing or whatever. And that made me sad, because as a performing artist, I get rejections every day. Like every time I go out on an audition or put myself out there, I get tons of rejection. And at first, when I first started, it did not feel good. Like it made you feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this thing. But something in me that said like, no, I am supposed to be doing this. And then after talking to other people that was in my field, that was so common. So I wanted to know, like, do you guys have any advice for dealing with rejection? And it doesn't have to be career wise. It can also be being rejected by in a relationship. Somebody was wanting to pursue you, but they don't want to pursue you no more. Or it can be just rejection in different forms. Do you guys handle rejection well? And if so, what tools do you use to handle that rejection?
I don't know. I feel like I handle rejection well. I feel like I think that I was like, I learned to stop trying to play God, and I understand that I might have all of the certifications or whatever it may be, but that wasn't the plan. They might have just wanted something different in the person that they did hire. So I was just like, that just wasn't in God's plan. And I've learned to, like, let God be God, let me be me. And, you know, and then you see how, like, later things just line up a lot better. So you learn, hey, that was what I needed. So,
Yeah.
I think it's human nature to feel sad from rejection initially, right? But if rejection cripples you to the point where you don't even want to go apply for another job, you don't want to leave the house, you don't want to talk to anybody, you're not getting rejected enough. You should not feel like life is over because you got rejected once. Like I said, whether it's professionally, whether you shot your shot at, a female, a male, like it shouldn't stop you from living life and, continuously putting yourself out there. I mean, there's a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Outliers that a lot of people have read. And he said some of the most successful people ever have been rejected numerous times for big positions and et cetera, et cetera. So, and I had a homeboy one time. He would talk, like, go up to a chick. If she turned him down, he going, two women down and shooting his shot again. Like, he just didn't care. But that level of confidence is like what we should all have in ourselves, right? Like being turned away once does not mean you're not good enough. Maybe it just wasn't a good fit. And honestly, if somebody turns you down, you should feel like they missed out, right? If you have that much confidence in your skills and you're qualified, you should feel like they're lost. Let me move on to someplace that wants me. I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not wanted, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a word for sure, for sure. Right.
That too.
I think it's another part of like dealing with this, making sure you're in the right headspace. Like I think mental health is a portion of it because if you find that you can't pull yourself out of it, there may be like a deeper underlying issue that you might want to like address. And for me, when I'm feeling like I have rejection issue or I'm being rejected, it's been a process to get here. But now I feel like I can handle a little bit better. I give myself, I call it the Beyonce 24. I'm gonna give myself 24 hours to feel all the things sad. Just oh Lord Jesus, help me, tell me why.
Mhm.
But after that, by the next 24, oh right now, I give you an hour today, but we gotta start cutting this back. Like we gotta pull out of it. So whatever it is, if I need to schedule a few more therapy sessions, fine. I need to go for walks. I need to connect with my friends. I need to go see my mama or whoever, my grandma, whatever it takes to need to remind me of who I am and know that I'm still enough and all the things. Pray to God. All right, God. So that didn't work out like how I was planning it. So clearly you got another plan. Help me see where we going with this. Guide me, Lord, please, immediately.
Well, there's this girl named Bree who was on America's Next Top Model, and she talked about like her rejection stage, and she was like, she would do anything to she realized that her life was not the worst life out there, so she would go to a pet like a pet smart and touch dogs. She'll talk to the homeless man. She'll, you know, do other things. Like she's like, the world is so beautiful, and we're just so arrogant to think that we're the only ones that's out here dealing with our own, like sitting in that nastiness, that ick of like, I'm not worth much. I'm not this. And it's like, open up your eyes to see, because you know, like somebody said, God, rejection is God's protection, kind of thing. You know.
Mhm. Yeah. I think, just individuals in general, that's why these spaces are so important because sometimes when people get rejected, they feel like, oh, it's just me. When you know that others have experienced similar things and then you hear about their experiences, it may make you feel better. I use rejection as a catalyst for me. I'm just like Devontae said, it's your loss because I know I'm the shit. You know, I know I got all the things. I got all the things, and nobody can tell me any different. When I was applying for grad school, right, I got 2 rejections, but I said, I'm only going to apply to 3. I'm only going to apply to 3. And I know for a fact that I'm going to get 1. And sure enough, on the last one, I got accepted. So, first rejection, okay, cool. Second one, you might feel a little icky, like you're gonna cloud my head space just a little bit, but that's gonna be all the motivation I need to keep going. And so, you're not alone in the rejection phase. You just gotta like keep pushing, keep moving, find out what makes that thing tick for you, and pick yourself up and keep going. For some, it may take a little while, it may take a little, thought process. It may take trying some things to kind of get you back, but it's never too late. It's never the end. Rejection is only temporary. And like Coco said, what God has for you is for you. If you apply for something and it just didn't pan out, that wasn't for you at all. But just know the next move is going to be your best move.
Come on now. That don't mean be delusional either, though, because we said if you qualified earlier, that don't mean, hey,
Yeah,
I
now you
mean,
ain't got the skill.
sometimes it's
You ain't
somebody
got the skill.
lost, but sometimes you need some self-reflection and, let's
Yeah.
evaluate.
You're going out here thinking that when God got you back and you ain't put in no work. You're
All
gonna have
right.
to make sure you do have to
Faith
make sure
without work. Come on now.
yeah.
Y'all trying to have church today? I see
Amen.
it.
So for my
Oh,
friend
you
out,
trying-
so for my friend out there, don't you worry. Listen, all of us have been rejected in some form or another, and that does not define who you are. That is where you are right now, but don't give up, don't give in, don't feel um like you don't have the support. Join this podcast and listen for the support, or call me up. You can always call me and I'll answer. Even while I'm dealing with my own rejection, I know that it's just the life continues. Who has that? The marathon continues.
Nipsey
Nipsey.
Hussle.
Nipsey, yeah.
Mhm.
The
It's a
marathon.
marathon.
It's a marathon, and I'm just proud of you, my friend, out there in the world.
Yep.
All right, guys.
So,
Last.
I gotta say this, Torian. Friend,
Uh-huh.
it's just a temporary setback for a major comeback. You got
Come on
this.
now.
Got this. Knock 'em
Mm-hmm.
out like
He
money.
didn't bring you this far to just come this far.
Right.
Hey, hey.
Okay. All right.
Like people love
All
a
right,
good
so
quote,
guys.
boy.
Yes, sir.
Like people love a quote.
You
Yes,
need
sir.
it quick and catchy. It need to be quick.
If
Quick
it
and
got if
catchy.
it
Come on now.
rhymes, oh my god. Go ahead, Tori.
Yeah.
uh, oh, I was just I was moving fast because there we go. Had to put it out there for you guys.
Point
All right.
taken.
Our last topic, and I want to make sure that we highlight this really quickly, and I want to just um, pass it a little bit over to Brittany. Just yeah, no, don't feel scared. Um, we have a nephew who is in lacrosse, and can you just give us a brief thing about what he's doing, or if he wants to talk about it, or um, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know all the things about lacrosse. It's fairly new for me too. Oh, there he is. I was gonna turn my background off, but
what's good, Miles?
okay,
There we
excuse the
go.
background. But this is Miles. Miles started. Miles is heavily in sports. But we wanted to try something new this year, so we tried lacrosse. Miles is fourth grade teacher, works with me, and she encouraged me to encourage Miles because she knows that he's very competitive in all the things. And she said, make sure you tell Miles to try it for lacrosse. There's a lot of scholarship opportunities. And I think he'll go far in it. And so this is his freshman year here in Columbia, and he wanted to try it out. So, Miles, can you tell them a little bit about lacrosse? Can you tell me a little bit about lacrosse?
So it's like, how can I say this? It's like 12 people on the field, and like you start off with like face off, and face off is like 2 people like go head to head for like the ball, and like whoever wins the ball, they take it up the field, and like they got to use teamwork to score, like make the goal.
So, in lacrosse, like, what do you use? Do you have something that you
Yeah,
can
my
I,
stick.
can I see your stick? Oh, okay. So, this is the stick that he uses, right? And you use this for what?
To shoot, pass, and face off with
Okay. And what is your position?
the old midi.
A what?
Old midi, and it's in the top left or top right of the field.
Okay. What other positions are within lacrosse?
D midi, O midi, which I play LMS, attack, and X.
Nice. Okay. And the object of lacrosse is to,
Use teamwork to score.
gotcha. Can you show me with the stick? Like, what do you do in lacrosse when with the ball? I'm just
Cradle,
that's cradle.
yeah.
Okay.
Shoot
Okay.
and catch.
Oh, okay. You don't hit me for a minute. How dare you?
That girl does.
Is there like any other like protective gear that you have to wear? Like, do you have to wear like a
Yeah,
face
it's a
thing?
helmet.
Hold on, you gotta wait.
Oh, it's a helmet. It's like shoulder pads, elbow pads, and hand gloves.
Okay. Now
And
you
like,
have,
how
go
do
ahead.
you determine like the winner of the game? Like, is it the team who scores the most? Like, what's the ending? Like, is there like 4 quarters? Is there like, how does the timing work for like lacrosse?
It's 4 quarters. I don't know the time, but like I know it's 4 quarters, and like the people with the most points win.
Okay.
How do you score a point in lacrosse? I'm trying to envision it.
So like there's a goal, and like there's a goalie, and like you just got to score it into the goal.
Okay.
So similar to like soccer,
Yeah,
but with a tiny ball and that stick, and you use the stick to kind of like throw the ball into like the goal.
So in my head, I'm imagining like basketball, soccer,
yeah.
football combination
Yeah.
of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he says 12 people, right? It's 12 people in total, right? So it's 6 people on each team or on
Mhm.
each. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's more team members, but just on the field at one time, there's 12.
Mhm.
Also, like, what team do you play for, or what's your mascot?
I play for Spring Valley High School, and our mascot's like a Viking.
Let's go Vikings. I went to Spartanburg High School. We were the Vikings. Shout out to us.
I went to Delmarco, we were the Vikings.
Oh, come on,
Mhm.
Vikings. We
Come
everywhere.
on, Vikings. Come on, somebody.
Right, Vikings in South Carolina. Okay.
Right.
Guys, Miles is doing a fundraiser, and I posted it in the chat box. Oh, did someone else join? Oh, this is Brittany. Oh, let me put this
Thank you.
on the stage. Hold on, let me put this on a one screen. Not on me though. Let's see. Maybe I can't change it.
Green though?
I just want to make this one.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. You can play it.
Oh, okay. So this is Miles and what he was talking about in Face Off. I apologize for the background noise of yelling. That's Miles with the ball there. And so that's what you call face off. That kind of gives you an idea of what it kind of looks like in motion.
I know. I like that too.
How many other
It's-
schools have lacrosse teams? I'm interested.
Not that much.
Not that
It's
much.
like, people don't play the sport like that, so
Yeah, I figured.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
it's a growing sport though?
wait, you said what?
do you feel like it's a growing sport? Like, do you feel like more people are becoming
Yeah,
exposed to it?
yeah. Because last year, my coach said like they had 15 players, so and now we got like 75, so it was a big growth.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think Brittany had told us that there's scholarships out there, college
Yeah,
scholarships to go to college to
Well,
play
that's
lacrosse.
awesome.
yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
excited to see you on the net or maybe in person. See how things go.
That's a
Mhm.
spring sport.
It's
It
like the
kind
fall
of,
spring.
yeah. You had your first game,
I have my jamboree. My first
jamboree,
game is March 3rd. It's in
March 3rd. So
Greenville.
yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
spring.
Okay.
The
So
first
it runs
game,
in parallel to kind of like track almost.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
because the jamboree was so cold. That's why when I talked about being cold earlier, I was like, ugh, there it go.
Right.
Yeah, but
Ah, that's
yeah,
great.
scholarships
Great.
are available. Um, some of the coaches say 3.5 can get you the ability to play at the collegiate level. There are opportunities even within the Olympics to play lacrosse. Lacrosse is a very competitive sport. Miles was in the penalty box a couple of times during the jamboree, but we're learning how to compose ourselves, and it's like Jazz mentioned, it's like football and soccer all together. So you still got that aggressiveness, but everybody's fighting over that little ball, trying to get in the goal. So
Right. We know that Miles is very competitive, so that's
yeah.
okay. That comes with the sport. That comes with the. I love people who are competitive. I'm competitive myself a little bit. Sometimes that's a lot for people to take on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but guys, I did put, like I said, Miles is doing a fundraiser. I'm gonna be giving $20, and I might give more before the end of the month. But I want to make sure that I let people know. I did put it in the group chat, but if you don't have your phones, accessible to do that, it's also here on the screen. Um, let's support him. Let's support his team. I do believe that we do need to like let our communities know more about other things that's out there besides such crowded fields in football and basketball, um, and in track. And now we know that there's other sports that our kids can get involved in that could also change their lives. And who knows, Miles could be the first of the first mega superstar lacrosse players out there representing Team USA. I'm pretty sure lacrosse is lacrosse in the Olympics yet, or are we
Yes.
gonna get it there?
Yeah.
Oh, it is in the
Mm-hmm.
Olympics.
Yeah.
See,
Yep. So
um,
yeah, play a new sport or even an instrument. Like I know we
or an instrument.
talked about Eli. It's okay if we say his name. Eli playing the piano. Like pick up something. Get our kids involved in all of the things.
Come on, somebody.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do pickleball soon.
Listen,
Go-
there are several different activities and like tournaments surrounding pickleball. There's a whole pickleball weekend in Lexington, South Carolina. Like it's a big thing, and it's good.
It's huge
Exercise
out here.
too.
Huge.
It's
Yeah.
Pickleball is growing rapidly.
yes,
Great.
pickleball.
I'm doing Pilates. I say
Ooh,
let's get out. Yeah,
Come
I'm
on,
doing
Pilates. It
Pilates.
looks difficult.
yeah.
It's gonna work that core. You're gonna
Mhm.
go out there and be like, I
Mm.
don't know if I want to go back, but you're gonna feel good because you're gonna look at your abs and you're gonna be like, yeah, this is what it looks like. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Coco,
Pilates.
is it Deanna playing volleyball?
Yeah, Deanna's playing volleyball. I can't hear Tarian, so sorry if I'm over here looking lost. But yeah, Deanna's playing volleyball, and she's also doing cheer now. So the cheerleaders are going to competition, so they're prepping for that now. So
Oh,
yeah, Deanna's trying to get out there, and so she's base. So
okay. Let's post it in competition week.
yeah.
Well, maybe we can highlight these other things. Like we'll make that like a segment that we can highlight different things
Oh,
that we don't really get to see often. on mainstream media and stuff like that.
Sounds good.
Well, I want to thank you guys for getting on the podcast, the Tribe 9 podcast. Thank you guys who were able to join into the chat and see what we're talking about here. And let's continue to spread the word. And does anybody want to take us out on a good positive mic drop note? Our inspirational quote guy is not here today.
Health is wealth.
Come
Health
on
is
now with the
I
rhyme.
like it.
Health is wealth.
Health
Take
is
care.
wealth.
Mhm.
I love that. And guys, thank you guys so much.